guys, how's it going? Back to another Operation Palace video, number 5 of the series. I'm literally filming this a couple of moments after the game has just finished. It's finished Palace 3, Villa 2. I still can't believe we won that game. I mean, that second half by far was one of the best second halves I think I've ever seen. I mean, this season. I mean, brilliant performance. I don't know where that came from. I don't know what Roy said to them at half time, but I think he must have given them a massive kick up the arse. I mean, fucking hell. I mean, where do I even start with that performance? You know, the first half, we can all admit it wasn't good enough, and we knew there was potential in this team. I hope you guys like the new shirt, by the way. I got this for my birthday the other day. It's quite good, actually. Yeah, I don't know, I might make some more depending on what type of content I get, well, what type of reception I get, but, you know, so the fact of the matter is, I still don't know how we won that game. It started quite poorly, you know, 15 minutes in, Villa took the lead with a deflected shot that went in off the post. McGinn got the goal. Bit disappointed by that, but 32nd minute is where we started to spring into life. The 25 minute onwards was where we started to spring into life. 32 minutes in, Mitchell gets the ball, he crosses it into Benteke, and Benteke just dinks it over the keeper. Lovely header. That's 1-1. But then 2 minutes and 25 seconds later, Villa retake the lead, and I mean, it's poor defending from Mccarthy, especially. Like, poor header. You know, get it out of the area. You don't head it up straight into the path of where an attacker can get it. And what is Cahill doing as well? I mean, you go up for the header. You don't just stand there. I mean, he flicks it on to Watkins, and Watkins flicks it on to El Ghazi, and he makes it 2-1. And at that point, I was like, there's no way we're going to win this game. There's no way we're going to win this game. So that was 2-1 at half-time. But what Roy must have said to them at half-time, I have no idea. I've never seen a performance like that in the second half in quite some time. I mean, it took us, like, we hit the bar twice in the second half as well. A couple of good chances. We've only missed a couple of good chances. Villa only had 1 or 2 shots in the second half. We were just battering them. And that's not like Villa. I mean, Villa are a very, very good team. We all know that. When Grealish came on, I thought, shit, he's going to turn the game for him here. Quite the opposite. I mean, he hardly had anything, which is a big shock. I mean, great through ball from Eze to get Wilf in the behind the defence. He takes a touch, he dribbles it past the defender, takes a deflection and goes in. 2-2. And at that point, I think we can go on and win this. And then 84 minutes in, Townsend whips a beautiful ball into Wilf. Wilf takes a shot, deflects right up into the air. Eze miskicks it, I think, but it falls to Tyrick Mitchell, of all players, to score his first senior goal for Crystal Palace, and we win 3-2. I mean, it could have been more. You know, that was by far literally one of the best performances I think I've seen this season. So let's get into my player ratings for today's game. Going to start in goal, Jack Butland. He didn't really have anything to do apart from pick the ball out twice. There's nothing he could have done for the first one. Maybe he could have shifted himself slightly over a bit quicker. But he made a couple of really good saves, especially in that first half. If it wasn't for him, that scoreline could have been completely different. So I have to take that into consideration. I thought Jack Butland was quite good, so I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. I'm going to save Tyrick Mitchell for last because he'll get one of the best ratings. Joel Ward, I definitely think he should have marked El Ghazi before the ball got to him, so I am going to blame him for that as well. I do think he had a bit of he won quite a couple of headers, but I can't bear in mind the fact he was at fault for the second goal, and might be a bit harsh, but I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. I know he did win a couple of headers and he did provide a couple of threatening crosses, but I can't bear in mind the fact he nearly cost us the game. Kouyaté, he was very poor. I mean, he made up for his performance in the second half, but and that might save his rating a little bit, but I can't not give him a low rating for that header. That header was poor. At least, you know, the matter of the fact is you've got to head it out of the danger area. You don't head it straight back in. I mean, right up in the air. So I'm going to give Kouyaté a 5 out of 10. I mean, he was at fault for goals. Well, I haven't seen the first one, but definitely he was at fault for the second one, sorry. And Cahill as well. He was solid, but he was at fault for the second goal. I mean, you don't just stand there and let the Villa player get his head on it. So he's going to get a 5 out of 10. But for me, Tyrick Mitchell was the best of the lot. I mean, he was so threatening. Why can't he do this all the time? I mean, the matter of the fact is, he solo-handedly won us this game, as well as Eze, as well as Benteke. You know, he was brilliant, Mitchell. He got the assist for Benteke's goal, brilliant, and he won us the game. So I'm actually going to give Mitchell a 9 out of 10. He was absolutely brilliant, and he is probably another one we need to build a defence around, because he's going to go far. He is absolutely going to go far if he carries on like this. I'm going to get into the midfield next. I'm just going to load the team up because I can't quite remember off the top of my head. I'm going to go with Jeffrey Schlupp first. He definitely tried to create something, but I mean, he had a couple of good shots in the second half, but I don't think his product was there. He was probably one of the poorer ones, if I'm honest with you. So I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10, and don't take that to heart. Schlupp, you've been one of our better players this season. Next I'm going to get into James McCarthy. He really stuck in for the team. I mean, brilliant player. I mean, he's looked like he's gaining his form back for when he was at Everton. I mean at Wigan. Even Wigan. Can't remember he was at Wigan. Yeah, but James McCarthy was one of the better players, and he's going to get a 6 out of 10. He was very good. But Eberechi Eze, 2 assists. He contributed massively to the game. Hit the bar in the second half with a wonderful curling shot that I thought was in. He was just absolutely magnificent. He was good as Tyrick Mitchell. He's going to get a 9 out of 10. Absolutely brilliant. I'm telling you now, Palace, you build a team around this kid, we will go far. He is absolutely brilliant. And I got ridiculed the other day because I thought he's the player of the season. He is the player of the season. Don't come and quote me and say he's not one of the best players. He is one of our best players. Okay? So that's my opinion, and please respect it. Okay? I think he's player of the season. I would give him player of the season right now. Gonna get into Andros Townsend next. He contributed enormously to the cause. Great crosses in, threatening all over the place, kept the ball. He was good as well. I'm going to give Andros Townsend a 7 out of 10. He was brilliant. Going to get into Wilfred Zaha next. He scored a goal. Apart from the goal, he was okay. He wasn't brilliant, but you know, he needed the goal to kick him into life. I mean, towards the end of the game, I still think that was a red card on Konsa. He pulled Zaha back, and I think that is a professional foul, and that should have been a red card. So how that isn't a red card, I will not know. But you know, Zaha was good. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Christian Benteke though, brilliant. Once again, where's this form been for so many years? He scored his 9th goal of the season. Zaha got his 11th, but Benteke got his 9th goal of the season. He was brilliant. Absolutely wonderful performance. Again, winning headers all over the place. He bullied that Villa defence. Absolutely bullied them. I mean, he's been as good as Eze and Mitchell. 9 out of 10. Absolutely brilliant. And we only made the one sub. Tompkins came on. He didn't really have much to do. So I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. So, the manager rating, I didn't understand why there was 2 keepers on the bench. I would have put Raksaki on. He's been doing bits for our under-18s. They just missed out on the title yesterday, which I was so gutted to hear because they would have deserved the title. But fair play to Fulham for winning the title, you know. But for me, Hodgson he proved me wrong today, but I still don't want him at the club, and I still think we can do better than Roy. But he proved me wrong, and I'll put my hands up and say, Roy, I was wrong. I'm sorry. So for me, I'm gonna say Roy gets a 7 out of 10. He did well today. He picked a good team. And then the referee. Well, as far as I'm concerned, he can go fuck himself, because how that is not a red card for Conser pulling him back in the final few minutes of the game when Wilf is through 1-on-1, I will never know. And he didn't even give a foul. I'm sorry. How is that not a foul, and how is that not a red card? You are a disgrace of a referee. 0. He's the one person pathetic, absolute pathetic officials. That is the biggest problem in the Premier League right now. The officials are just absolute dog shit. I mean, how is that not a red card? I mean, fuck me. I'm going to be filming this and I'm going to be putting this out tomorrow, but yeah, I don't really know where to start, if I'm honest with you. But that's going to conclude today's Operation Palace video. The preview of the Arsenal game will be out on Tuesday. I will be doing that probably tomorrow, filming it tomorrow and then putting it up on Tuesday. The FIFA Career Mode videos will be back at some point this week. It's just I'm trying to find a bit of time to record them all. But that's going to conclude this part of Operation Palace. Massive scoreline that. Massive scoreline. 3-2. Get in. Brilliant performance from the lads. But that's going to conclude today's video. Come on. We're going to do well next season if we build a team around Eze. Come on. But thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you for the next video very, very soon. Ta-ra for now.